What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Couples in the Ring.
Hello.
Hello, welcome. Another episode. We're back.
Today, I think, is the episode where I'm finally not I'm having a little bit of anxiety, but not as much as usual.
Yeah.
Which I don't know if it's because I'm getting used to it or because I just look super cute today. I don't know what it is. Probably because I look cute, but yeah, good job, Josh.
Yeah.
Great start.
So,
we're already screwing up.
So yeah, my sound was on there. That's my bad. That's a fault of my own. But we're good. We're okay. Sick. How are you?
Hey guys, I'm doing great. Good. Okay. I want to talk about something before we get started, but how was your week? Because it's been a long week.
My week was good.
Yep. As was mine.
I think
great conversation.
Did you want us to go more in depth on that?
My week was pretty boring. I didn't really do much. I just worked out and went to sleep.
Yeah, you worked out a lot this week.
5 days out of the week.
No way.
That's a big accomplishment for me. I used to have workout anxiety, so don't even laugh.
Ugh, I'm not laughing. I have no workout
You're mental
experience.
illness shaming, and it's really fucked up.
Oh, well.
Guys, I have an injury. I'm allowed. I'm injured.
No, whenever I didn't feel 100% okay, I would talk myself out of working out because I thought I would just drop dead. I don't know. I have health anxiety, but I've been overcoming it, and it's so much fun. When was the last time you worked out?
I don't know. Months ago.
Same.
So.
What are you trying to say, Karlee? Are you body shaming me now?
No, I'm not body shaming you.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just better than
When's
you.
the last time you worked out, skinny boy? That's what you said.
Oh, I was I thought you were asking me.
Okay. I need to say something that really pissed me off. Not pissed me off. It's just something that happens in the world, the way people talk about certain shit. Just something they say that really kind of bothers me, okay? And I got to get to it. It's nothing crazy. Don't get mad. So, don't sigh at me, Karlee. It's not bad. So, people that start sentences with not. Oh, that shit makes me.
What?
Not him sitting there with a brace on his wrist. Not him sitting in a blue hoodie. Not him drinking water. Shut the fuck up. It's so goddamn annoying. And this new shit that started, it's giving. It's giving. You're an alcoholic. It's giving. You're a comedian. It's giving. Shut the fuck up. You don't speak the fucking language. That's what it's giving. And it's, oh my God, when I hear that shit, it's so cringy.
My sister always says please, if someone does something stupid, she'll be please with laughing faces. I don't know what that means. I feel old.
Yeah.
she'll be please, ha ha ha. I don't know how to.
I think please. I think I've heard that one. It says more so please.
Yeah. No, I get it.
But she
it's
uses
giving
it for everything. Do they mean it's
Kids need
giving?
to grow the
do
fuck
they
up.
mean it's giving vibes?
Yes,
it's giving those vibes?
It's giving this vibe or that. Just say the fucking word.
You know what we sound? Old as dog shit. Old. We sound old. Because I remember when I was a kid, swag and dope were in, that's dope.
Yeah.
And my mom would always be stop saying that. That's so stupid. And now we're doing that. We're I don't know why people are saying that. It just sounds stupid. Anyways,
Yeah.
I have an announcement about next week's podcast.
Oh shit.
Oh, yes.
Guys, this is our last episode. I'm so
no,
sorry.
It's not. We are going to go longer than 10 because I just like it too much. But next week, we are going on a cruise on the Saturday. And on Friday, we have to stay up all night because we're leaving at 2 o'clock in the morning. So we would literally have to go to sleep at 10 right after the podcast and wake up at 2, which is just not realistic. So we're actually going to move the podcast to the Thursday, which would be April 28th.
27.
27
is a Thursday.
7th.
Wrong.
Yeah, it's wrong.
Are you sure?
Yeah, because we leave on the 30th,
Fuck.
which would be Saturday. So you're wrong.
Fuck.
The
It's giving.
28th.
You don't know your days.
So next week, it will be on Thursday at 8:30 p.m. instead of Friday. I hope you guys can still make it. And if you can't, just, watch it after. But please turn on notifications, the little notification bell down there so that you do get the notification when we're live so you don't have to remember. But also, if you want to put it in your calendar and set a reminder, that would be helpful as well because we love having live interaction and it really helps. And thank you to all the members that have joined and is staying joined. If you guys want to become a member and support the podcast to hopefully keep this podcast going, that would mean so much. And just a reminder.
Yeah. Any other reminders?
No, reminder that Johnny Depp's in court. How about that?
Oh,
Whoa.
yeah, that's a great segue.
Good reminder.
Good for you. Yeah, we wanted to talk about the Johnny Depp versus Amber Heard trial going on. We want to give a little breakdown. Karlee and I have been spending the last couple hours doing as much digging as we could.
Because we don't want you guys... Well, I didn't want to talk about something I didn't know fully about because we've done that multiple times.
And we don't want people being like, you should have done your research. This is actually
So we did. Actually, a lot.
Yeah. Like
I did as much as I could.
Yeah, but the funny part is, we spent the last couple hours researching as much as we could.
Well, there's not much. There's really not.
There's not.
It's not a serious case.
It's a defamation trial.
We're just going to give the breakdown because I feel like I didn't even really know what it was about.
No.
Like, I heard about it, but I didn't know exactly why, like, who was suing who for what.
Thank you, Ashley. Appreciate
Ooh,
that.
Ashley,
Thank
hello.
you so much.
Thank you.
So, do you want to give the breakdown? Should I give the breakdown?
We can kind of tag team it if you want.
We don't have to give, like, details on what people said, just who's suing who, why.
Well, what I'll start with is I'll say that the whole point of the trial is it's a defamation lawsuit. Johnny Depp is suing Amber Heard for defamation.
His ex-wife.
I think they were only married for a year.
2 years, I think.
Was it 2 years? Mm-hmm. Not long. And you know they divorced, whatever. And yeah, so it's a defamation suit. But a lot of people are posting online. There's a lot of news outlets that are posting. It's from an article that came out in 2018, which is not what he said in his opening statement. He didn't say that it was an article from 2018. He said
that was added on, but it wasn't.
That was added on, yeah. But his defamation, the reason why he did it was something that was done in 2016, because he said 6 years ago.
True.
So that's what I'm seeing a lot of confusion on, or people are saying that it's a lot of news outlets are saying it's from the article in 2018. But in that article, she had never mentioned Johnny Depp. She never gave a name. She never said what time period that happened to her. So there's not really grounds to sue off of that. But apparently there's something in 2016 that happened.
So like, I guess in 2016 there was just like, I don't know if there was like a magazine, I think it was a People magazine.
Yeah.
And it said like inside Johnny Depp and Amber's marriage, or inside their toxic marriage. And the front had a picture of her with like a cut on her lip, a bruise on her chin, like a bunch of stuff like that. And it basically started rumors and had other articles like calling him a woman beater and all of this stuff. And he lost a bunch of roles and his like whole reputation was tarnished in like the community. And I guess, like, obviously that would piss anyone off. And then I don't know if he filed it then or if it was in 2018 after the other article that she wrote saying that she was like she represented domestic violence.
Yeah, she said she was an advocate.
Like a woman in the public figure of domestic violence.
Yeah.
And then that was also added to the case. And then she countersued him for defamation too. That's what I was reading.
Yeah, so I guess...
because he said she was the instigator.
Yeah, and I guess Johnny Depp...
And she actually abused him.
Yes, and I guess he had lost a lot of his acting roles. I guess Pirates, the next Pirates movie has been...
Yep.
He's been booted from that, which... good luck, because he is what makes that franchise.
Straight up.
Don't know what they're going to do with that. They're probably going to get some other big star to try to do it.
You know what's crazy is... I mean, I saw a TikTok about this too, where he was. I mean, I'll tell a story about what happened with the whole thing with one of the things with Amber. But the thing with what he said about Pirates, he's like, Disney can offer me like $300 million and everything. He's like, I would not go back to Disney. Which honestly, I commend him for that, because I mean, now I don't want to sit here and be all like, you know, like this shit isn't true. You got whatever, like discrediting anything, but. A lot of times, and well, not a lot of times, and sometimes, and even in this case, where Johnny Depp was accused as being the abuser, he was on the flip side of it, correct? And he ended up losing all of his shit. He ended up losing so many things, whereas Amber still kept her lead role in Aquaman after it came out that she was the one hitting him. Well,
yeah. I read an article today. Actually, I wish I could source it, but I actually don't remember. But I did read an article saying that one of the reasons why she didn't get dropped was because it was too expensive for them. It was more expensive for them to break the contract than it was to just let her do the movie. So they let her do it.
That's a stupid excuse.
If they break the contract, would they not still have to pay her?
Exactly.
And then they'd have to pay someone else too, so then it wouldn't make sense.
Let's pretend the number's somewhere near 10 million. I don't know what it is, but let's say they get, okay, we can give her 10 million to not be in the movie and then have to pay another person, or we can just give her 10 mil and let her just do the movie.
But doesn't that just show that Hollywood doesn't give a fuck about people and all it cares about is dollar signs?
Of course.
Well,
right?
Yeah.
So just real quick. So my point was like, after all that happened and Johnny Depp got dropped from all this shit, like that's why I commend him for it, to not even go back to Disney, because they were quick to get rid of him after simple accusations. Even he obviously he knew he didn't do anything wrong, but Disney was like, that's a headline, it's bad for us, you got to go. Again, dollar signs.
Yeah. So as someone,
Oh, we got a huge donation. I don't want to fuck that name up. Riley Ann, I believe it's pronounced. Thank you so much for the $14 donation.
oh my gosh, thank you so
Riley.
much.
Appreciate that. Thank you so much.
So if you don't really know much about defamation, basically, it's just like when someone accuses somebody and you're allowed to talk about somebody, a public figure, if what you're saying is true. So like, I feel like a lot of YouTubers and everything know about this because we're always so weary about if it's going to happen to us, and it's really something that you should be aware of, is someone can't just go around spreading lies that's going to ruin someone's reputation and affect their job or their income or even just stress levels or anything. You can sue somebody for spreading a false, like basically a rumor, if it affects them. But what's crazy about defamation is as long as you can prove that it's valid and true, the defamation case is no longer defamation. It's just stating facts. It's your First Amendment.
And that's what she's trying to do.
So it's basically he said, it's basically he said, she said, he's saying, she's first said that he was abusing her. He then said, well, no, you were abusing me. And it's like, back and forth. I know everyone is on Johnny's side.
Okay. This is what I was trying to get into there. So today I was watching a little bit of the trial, whatever. And they had, I don't know if this happened today or I was just watching a highlight, I'm not sure, but they had released some text messages that he had sent somebody. I don't know what year it was, but they were sent from him, and he said, they were cross-examining him, and he said, yeah, those are from me, whatever. Like he had to say, yeah, that's correct. I'm not gonna say exactly what he said. I don't even know if I don't know the rules around that, but what he said in those texts were
pretty vile.
A little
like aggressive. Like,
did you know?
Like, I didn't know.
Like,
so
pretty
he was
bad.
literally talking about her, saying like he wanted to like.
Don't say it. Just kind of like threats, like basically, right?
Well, I can say it.
Okay, if you can say it.
Burn her, drown her.
Oh shit.
And then her dead body. So.
Oh.
Like it was some vile shit. Like me and him were watching it. And we were actually like, what the fuck? Now, am I saying that he's innocent? Absolutely not. I think he most likely was violent, maybe not towards her, but it's obvious that he was violent and like he was shutting cupboards. And whether you're drunk or not, that's being, it's not. It's not how a grown man should act.
Yeah, so
I'd rather hit a cupboard than get hit in the head.
Of course.
Well, he said the only thing that I'm guilty of. Thank you, Annette. Appreciate that.
Thank you so much.
Oh, and it's in
Guys,
euros.
We're having so much support. Thank you so much.
Euros.
Thank you so much, guys.
I need to sign up for that
crazy. But yeah, it's a lot of back and forth. People aren't gonna pick the sides that they're on.
Well, I want to talk about what I think.
Go ahead.
I think everyone's just saying Johnny is innocent, which do I think he put his hands on her? Probably not. Do I know this for sure? No. But I do have to say, and I think there was a previous charge of violence towards someone else before. I heard it. I don't know if she's currently being charged, if she was charged before domestic case before.
She was.
So she has a history. But my thing is he was most likely probably emotionally abusive because for someone to even talk about.
I'm cutting you off again because Skylar just donated another $14. Thank you so much.
Skylar.
Thank you, Skylar. Appreciate that a lot, guys. You guys have been crazy today, so thank you so much. Thank you so much. It's nuts.
But I think a toxic relationship goes two ways. Because in order for it to be toxic, they both have to be feeding into each other, because if only one person was toxic and the other person was not, they'd just fucking leave. Not abusive, toxic. That's not what I'm saying, toxic.
Does that also, I mean, I agree with you. You're saying toxic, not abusive. But
not abusive.
Even in a toxic relationship, don't you think it's still kind of hard? There's still like stuff for like prevents you from just walking away.
I feel like with most toxic relationships, I'm not saying a toxic person, I'm saying a toxic relationship, which includes two people. It's usually people feeding into each other. And like I said, I'm not talking about abuse. I'm talking about toxic, like whether that's yelling at each other, both cheating on each other. It's usually two-sided. And I do think that he was verbally abusive or controlling or something along those. I don't think he was just a perfect angel the whole time, which she even admitted to. But do I think she put her hands on him? Yeah.
So I think with all in all, whoever has what opinion, I think that at the end of the day, the trial is for a defamation trial.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So what she had said about him being an abuser or whatever the case, she needs to now prove that is a fact.
Yeah.
And unless she wants to lose, whatever it is, $50 million, $100 million, I don't know what the trial is, a $50 million trial or whatever, I think from both sides. That's just the thing. That's the case. If she cannot prove that he is an abuser or whatever, that's a loss for her. But there are a lot of experts saying that he has a very defamation, I guess, is very, very, very difficult to prove.
Yeah.
To anybody, it's very, very difficult to prove that, whatever. So a lot of experts are saying that he's going to have a very hard time winning this, and they think the trial could potentially go on for, the next 7 weeks, and to reach a verdict could take a year, 2 years.
It makes sense because it's literally he said, she said. That's literally what it is. And lawyers are literally went to school to learn how to not frame someone, but learn how to, make someone look bad without them even being bad.
And you know what?
I've been through law.
They're doing a good job on both sides.
Yeah,
I think the lawyers are, they're doing what they're supposed to be doing as lawyers. You can't get mad at a lawyer for doing their job. And someone's saying, I've seen this a couple times now, saying she shit on his bed.
Yeah. Is that a real?
I don't know. I saw that a few times pop up too. I didn't want to. Okay, why you look that up? There is one thing I saw, a TikTok that I saw, and again, it was a fucking TikTok, so I don't know what the context was, but it was like a continuous thing of him telling this one story about he was getting hit in the back of the head, so he grabbed her to restrain her, and I guess he left the room, and he came back, and she had a napkin in her nose that was all red, saying, "Johnny, you broke my nose. You headbutted me, and you broke my nose." And he's like, "I know I didn't headbutt her. Like that might." Nothing, like I didn't make any motion of headbutting, nor did I contact her nose. And he goes, after a while, I guess she threw it in the trash, whatever. He went and looked at it, and it was nail polish on the napkin that she had in her nose, saying it's blood. And they cut to Amber, and she's trying so hard to get a tear to shed on her face.
I know. We noticed that when we were watching too. Like, it seems like she's trying really, really hard to make herself look as sad as she can.
Yeah.
To kind of flip flip it onto maybe people getting on her side. But I did look it up, and it's a true thing.
That's crazy.
She apparently shit on his bed after a fight. He said he was gonna leave her. He was planning on leaving her, so she's like, "Yeah, well, shit on the bed." I guess that's any logical response to anybody that's getting broken up with is to
Does he have a poop fetish that she's like, wait, this will make you stay?
No, I don't know, but I feel like honestly it's kind of a pretty decent response, from anybody. You're getting broken up with, first thing, what do you think of? Shit on their bed. That's it.
On their breath.
I think shit on their bed, shit on their head, doesn't matter. So apparently she tried to blame the dogs, saying it was the dogs that did it.
What if it was?
Nah, there's a difference between human and dog shit, bro. Come on.
I don't know. Kappa has some big shits. Anyways,
Kappa's neither a human nor a dog.
I also don't understand why she was always recording shit.
Yeah, so that's where I'm a little on the fence about everything. It's almost like it's like she knew she was bad to him, so it's like she tried to get as much as she could in case something like this may have come out where she's like, oh well, I have this video, I have this video, but she was like secretly recording a lot of their stuff, which I thought wasn't something you could use in court.
Me too. I don't know.
Yeah, is that not illegal?
I thought it was like a privacy thing, but I guess not. I don't know.
Clearly it's not because they're doing it. But I always thought if you don't have the permission, it's not viable in court, whether that's a voice recording or whatever. But I don't know, because cops always put people undercover but I guess they have a reason. Do you have to have a reason? Like, I don't understand.
I think what I'm assuming, maybe because she lived in that house, it was her house as well. Like, it wasn't like a stranger. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I'm just out at like a Walmart and I'm like videotaping shit, I think that's illegal because it's like, I don't know. I don't know how that works.
Yeah, I would have thought that you're not allowed to just do that. I don't know. Whether they mutually did it or not, I didn't realize that was a thing. And someone says depending on where you live.
Yeah, that's what I thought too.
So that's actually why the trial is being held in Virginia. There's an I think it's called an anti-slap law, which I'll look up right now because
We read on it, but we forget.
it's called a hold on here. SLAP stands for Strategic Lawsuit Against Public Participation.
Okay.
So I guess that law. Thank you so much, Joyce, for the $10. You guys are insane today. Holy shit! Thank you. Wow. Thank you for the wine.
Thank you, Joyce.
Cause for celebration. Thank you. That's why they are having the trial in Virginia because, in California, that law. Jesus. Thank you, Blondie.
Oh my gosh, guys, you're gonna make me cry.
You guys are nuts.
You baby.
Says you cry when you laugh.
Yeah. So what's your point?
But yeah, so basically that's why they're Casey with the $5. Thank you so much, guys. You guys are absolutely insane tonight. I don't know what the fuck is going on here.
Let's finish and then we'll say.
Yeah. Sorry. Okay. Become a member. Anyway, so what else? Yeah. So it's held in Virginia because the laws they're a lot more, not as lenient as like California law when it comes to the SLAP legislation. So I guess that's
I think
why
a lot of people don't know what that is. Basically, because a lot of arguments is you can't control other people say because it's a First Amendment. So you can't control if the whole public is saying. So if I didn't actually say something and someone went and messaged Josh and was like, "You're an asshole. You verbally abused Karlee." I can't get in trouble for that because I can't control what the other person says, and it's their First Amendment to be able to say whatever they want. So Virginia has a stricter rule on it where I guess the First Amendment is still valid, but they actually take into consideration what other people say,
right,
whereas some states don't.
Right. Carrie, thank you for the $14. Fuck. Natalie, thank you for the $2. Fuck. What the hell? You guys are, I don't know. Okay. Anyway.
Become a member.
Listen, we're going to try to stick to podcasts as best we can, but you guys are being insane tonight. We do really, really, really appreciate it.
So much.
Like, you guys are making this able to keep going, which we love you for, so thank you. If we don't get your donation right away, I promise we will get to it, but just for, continuity, we just want to, stick to what we got to do first, and then we will read them. Trust me.
I would love to be able to play some of because there was a whole compilation of Johnny Depp's funny moments, and not gonna lie, he had the whole court laughing, and it was funny. Yeah. But we were also mentioning this too. I would love to play him, but I don't want to be copyrighted. I'm just nervous now all the time. Yeah. But there was something that me and him were saying where they're both actors, so it's usually a judge is literally trained to pick up verbal cues and like social cues and movements and body language on to see when someone's lying. They're trained for that. And because they're in court so much, they can see when someone's lying, they can see when someone's telling the truth, eye contact, whatever. But when you're that good of an actor, Johnny Depp is an insane actor.
He is honestly one of the best actors out there.
And what's creepy is he can literally manipulate everyone because he might be such a good actor that
that's crazy. That's not crazy as in bad. That's a wild theory. I never thought about that.
We were thinking, we're just he's literally they're both actors.
Well, I'm also a really good actor, so that's just a separate thing I wanted to add in there.
You're not shit. Okay.
No,
you ain't shit.
I just wanted to add that in. Thank you, Selena, for the $4.99.
Thank you, Harleen, for the $6.99.
Whoa.
My other thing is
damn.
Guys.
My other thing is I always
Can we get a good dinner tonight?
Oh my gosh. No.
Thank you.
Don't ask again. We're also my other thing that I was always thinking of too is I got distracted. Sorry, I was reading. Oh my god, we need to not have that there.
Yeah, turn the chat off.
Okay, my thing was if Johnny Depp wasn't Johnny Depp, and it was just two people, and an ex-wife was accusing him of that.
Yes.
I think everyone would be on her side.
Absolutely.
For sure.
Absolutely. That's the way.
But that's what I was trying to get to earlier is when the accusations came out against Johnny Depp, saying he was the one hitting her, bro, people were just quick to jump on it, jump on her side and say, fuck Johnny Depp, whatever. And now I'm seeing the exact same people, and this is what I don't like when people don't use their own fucking brains to think for themselves. The exact same people that were saying, fuck Johnny Depp are now Johnny, we're on your side.
Yeah, and that's the thing is, a lot of people, I think it's almost like a popularity contest. who's winning the votes. You know, I'm going to be on that side. I'm going to be on that team. You know, a lot of people don't think for themselves, and that's a fact. Like we said, the way we're breaking it down is, you know, it could be anybody's game, right? I would love to support one side, but you just can't because there's not enough. There's not. When they're talking like evidence and stuff, there's no way to sway you both ways because they've both done pretty fucked up stuff.
For sure.
But with that being said, is it who did worse? In this case, no. The case is a defamation trial. It's not who did worse. It's not who's this, who's that. It's literally her trying to prove that, okay, yes, he is an abuser, or abused me or whatever, and that's it. So, you know, I don't know. I don't understand a lot that goes into the legality of things, of why they're playing certain things or why they're talking about certain things, like him doing drugs with fucking Marilyn Manson.
Because
like,
they're trying to
make him as something.
As some druggy.
Let's paint the picture,
But to
abuse.
be fair, Johnny Depp has done a wide variety of drugs, which he has said he drinks alcoholic, whatever. Sure.
He drinks alcoholic.
He drinks alcohol.
He's alcoholic.
Yeah, you did. But anyways.
He's an alcoholic.
Stupid.
But that's I don't know.
I still don't think that's like, I see what they're doing. They're trying to paint him in this light to be all like, hey, this is who he is, and because he does X, Y, and Z drugs, because he drinks, that results in him abusing whatever. Like, I see what they're trying to do, but at the same time, isn't that kind of defamation in itself?
No, because they're not saying he's an alcoholic. They're just asking him questions to make it. That's what lawyers do. They just
Fucking smart people, man.
Like, I remember the lawyer was like, can you agree you had a mega pint of wine? And Johnny was like, mega? Like, there's only one size of a pint. How is there a mega pint? But lawyers literally are trained to do that. Like, put words in front of things to make them seem bigger than they are.
That's funny.
I don't know. That's just the whole thing. I don't know. It's very entertaining. It's sad, but it's very entertaining.
Yeah.
So.
Man, I don't know. Celebrity trials to me are just that, entertainment. Not saying that their lies don't mean shit. Obviously, this is a serious thing to an extent, right?
Yeah.
Like, but at the same time, I feel like because it's a celebrity case, like that's why it's being so entertained. Like, it's just our enjoyment, right? It's all over TikTok, it's all over Instagram, all over everywhere. And if it was, like you said earlier, if it was just a regular guy and girl who weren't a celebrity couple, no one would give a fuck.
What sucks too is like jury and the judge is supposed to like not have any influence off of social media or off of who the person is.
Right.
But you at the end of the day, they're human beings. And you have emotions, and yes, you have to. That's why I give so much praise to like judges, because you have to usually put your emotions aside and just look at the book of things and the actual laws. But it's so hard to not be biased if Johnny Depp's in your courtroom. As much as they're not supposed to, you know there's going to be a little bit. There has to be.
Yeah, it's almost like one of those things where you can't admit it. But even though you keep it to yourself, you can't even tell the other jurors, because who knows, one of them might be snitches.
Yeah, and like they're not supposed to like talk about it outside. They're not supposed to look on social media. Like they have a lot of like responsibility, and I feel like it's just impossible.
I can't wait to get out of jury duty. I can't wait till I get the mail and it's like, you're a juror. It's like,
how does that even happen?
Randomly selected.
But like that doesn't seem right to me. I feel like you should have like.
No, like they randomly select you, and then if you have like a legitimate reason, like if you can be like, oh no, I'm a racist. If it's like, for example, like an African American and a white guy, you can be like, oh, I'm racist. So they know, oh, his bias is going to be towards the white guy.
Okay.
Like if there's valid reasons that people.
But anyone could just be one?
No, you get selected by the court.
Yeah,
like, if
but
there's
like.
What?
Yeah, it's random.
But it's just like you don't have any background or credentials.
No. Like you can wake up tomorrow and you'll have a letter in your mail that's saying, Karlee, we need you to be a juror for this trial, whatever. And then I think you have to actually go to court to present yourself, and then they'll be like, do you accept, or some shit like that. And then if you say yes, you're a juror for that case.
That'd be really fun.
I wanted to do it for a murder case or something fun. Don't put me on a fucking jury for like somebody stole my car. I don't give a fuck. Go to the junkyard, get it back. If it's like a murder case, put me on that shit.
I guess that makes sense because
usually they only have a jury for
Supreme Court.
Court. So something that's like crazy. Not like a stolen car. It'd be like.
But I think in America, don't they have jurors for even small claims?
I don't know.
Think so.
I thought they have it for everything in America.
I don't know.
I don't think so, but I don't know for sure. But
Americans in the chat, let us know.
Yeah, yeah, I love that a lot of Americans watch because we can get our questions answered. Thank you for becoming members, guys. Appreciate it.
Mia's like, do they pay?
No.
Do you know what's hard though? Is some people.
Wait, they don't?
I don't think they pay.
I don't think so. No.
Fuck that.
You know what I don't understand too is like, a lot of people don't understand like legal words or legal terms.
True.
If you've never been through a case, like you learn a lot if you go through a court case. I've been through 2, so I know. But it's hard, like going through it, you learn so much and you have to learn the terms and you have to learn what like an opening statement is and all of this. And you're like, if you go as a juror and you don't even know what these things mean, it's kind of hard.
Yeah. I used to watch those judge shows as a kid because my dad loved that shit. I used to watch like Judge Judy and like Judge Joe Brown, all that shit. I don't understand what the fuck was going on. Like they would announce, like the judge would say for the plaintiff, for whatever the fuck it was, hit the gavel, people start cheering, and I'm just like, I don't know what's happening. Like, how do you understand? Those are the questions I had. Like,
Yeah.
how do you know what means what?
So some people are saying if you miss work, they pay you, like in lieu of. But some people are saying no. So I don't know. I guess it's kind of a 50-50. I don't know.
Someone said in Nova Scotia, so it probably depends on where you are.
It'd be cool if they did. I would say that, hey, I'm missing work.
I want to be one.
But would you though? I think that.
Can you apply?
No, I don't think so. I think it depends though, because like if it's gonna be a long trial, like you said, you don't have access to your fucking phone. You can't have internet because you can't have bias.
Yeah.
You can't. You got.
can't
talk
watch like
to
the
anybody.
news and stuff.
You're
either.
locked away.
If it's a big one.
If it's a big one, and what if that trial goes on for a year?
I don't think you're supposed to like search them up on like say if like you have the 2 people, you know their names, you know their whole story. So I don't think you're allowed to talk about it outside of it either. Like I don't think you can like tell your significant other either.
No,
Yeah,
you can't.
I don't think so.
And you
talk
can't
about
like
it.
you can't do anything, which would be so hard, and it's crazy
know.
that
And
they just.
I guess if you don't show up, you get in trouble.
Well,
Yeah.
that
Well,
would
if you
make
agree to
sense.
do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Of
Or
course.
I thought it was they just
Force.
summon you
Yeah.
and then you have to be there.
Yeah.
Summon you.
That's
Yeah,
what it
literally.
is. Summon.
Hey, we need you in court. Fuck you.
No, I think I think
it's like a citizen.
yeah,
Like
you
because you're a
have to.
citizen of this country, like you have to do it.
It makes sense for it to be random people because it's really unbiased, but also I feel like you should have to have like some training. Like they should be like, I don't know, like it just doesn't make sense to me that. Okay, so like, do they just have an influence on what the judge automatically thinks, or is it just whatever the jurors?
No, like this is what's crazy to me. Like I think how it works. I think I've researched this before. Correct me if I'm wrong, because I definitely could be and probably will be. I thought it was the judge is the final call.
Yeah.
Like the judge is like, if the jury says like no, guilty, and the judge is like no, he's not guilty. Like no, we're gonna fucking redo this. I'm pretty sure they're like the final like boom. But that's what I mean. Like I don't understand why they're just gonna trust a group of like people who could definitely have a bias, whether they say, oh, you're not supposed to have a bias. Come on. If you have a little bit of like, everybody has a little bit of bias with fucking everything. So, if there's enough said about that person, you're like, no, I actually think they really did it. And then everyone's like, yeah, I think so too. Like, and maybe they were innocent. That's why I think the judge has to have the final say. So it's like, I don't know how that works. Maybe I'm wrong, but I don't know.
Imagine being called and you show up and Johnny Depp is sitting there.
No, somebody said that, I guess, with the Johnny Depp case, that they were asking jurors to have a lawyer or a law school background.
Oh, yeah.
Because that's like a big...
Everyone knows who he is.
Yeah, it's like a televised case.
Yeah, that would be... Yeah.
I'm sure for like Supreme Court cases that are like, for example, Kyle Rittenhouse case, like something huge, I'm pretty sure that they're not just going to have some randoms being like, yeah, I'm going to decide the fate of this kid. And like the whole country's watching. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Because at that point, your political stance kind of plays a role too.
Oh, yeah,
like,
100%.
You know what I mean? Like, do you stand for gun control? Do you not?
Yeah.
Whatever, that
Yeah.
plays a role.
Yeah.
I would love to be a juror on a case like OJ, for example. You know what I'm saying? Like, not for the fact that I want to deem him guilty or not guilty, for the fact that I get to sit in this room and watch this motherfucker get away with that shit.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you just seen that video of the glove, right?
Yeah, that shit's crazy.
Bro, it's fucking wild. Have you seen it, Karlee? So he's putting on the glove. He's proving to the jury he didn't do it because the glove didn't fit, right? You know the infamous line, the glove didn't fit? This motherfucker's struggling with this shit. He's like fucking fighting with it. And the moment he goes, see, it doesn't fit, it comes about halfway. He turns around, one clean sweep takes it off.
Yeah.
Crazy.
So that was actually the deciding...
Yeah.
Pretty sure the deciding factor in the murder case for O.J. Simpson was the glove.
and the
That's the
tape
glove they
rolled a
found
little
out.
too long,
Yeah.
and he turned around, clean sweep, take it off.
Glove
He's like
right
fighting
at
with
the crime
yeah.
scene, and which is a crazy way to fucking decide whether that's so nuts to me. They're just like, yeah, put this glove on. He's like, oh, all right, like no shit.
I would love to be a lawyer.
Man, being a lawyer would be hella stressful though, like hella stressful.
I would love it.
Yeah, Karlee, you could do it.
Do you want to get into the TikToks or you want to get into the emails?
I don't know because everyone's saying emails.
Nah, honestly.
Are the TikToks entertaining?
No,
okay.
it's more about like it's more of just like a relationship thing, and like I think it's funny, but
Do you want to
it's
do them?
no.
We
like,
can do one.
No.
Okay.
I think if we do another episode where we're talking about this stuff already,
Yeah.
I'll play it, but no.
Okay, that's fine. Let's jump
What do you
into
guys
the
want?
email.
You guys want emails, right?
Yeah.
Guys, if you know somebody that has a crazy story,
Yeah.
maybe it's not you, but you know like a friend or something, have them write in, tell them it's going to be anonymous, or ask if you can write in about their story without saying names or anything, because we
Please.
do need some interesting stories, and it's really hard to live up to that last story.
Please, like the one that we've been talking about. It's very hard to, we read through all the emails and see, okay, what works, what's good. There's a lot of great ones. But it's really hard to live up to that story because it was so just like all over the fucking place.
Also,
But
the more like details you put in it, the more like, because some people are just like, oh, my boyfriend like is Snapchatting a girl. What do I do? It's like, well, how did you find out? What are they talking about? Try to get into it.
give us context without writing a novel. That's what I'll say. It's okay if you can't do it without writing a novel, but if you can summarize it
If anything, we'll summarize it.
yeah.
If you need to write a novel, and then we will summarize it
Yeah.
ourselves
Yeah.
and read it out loud.
Exactly. Okay, so I guess we're gonna get into the emails. I've seen a lot of emails.
Before we do, we
Oh.
had some new joiners since before you announced about next week. Do you want to just do a recap real quick?
Yes. So next week we are going on a cruise on the Saturday. So Friday we will not be able to. We're gonna like be so tired. We're gonna have to go to sleep at like 6 p.m. So our podcast will be on Thursday, which is April 28th. So next week it will be on Thursday instead of Friday at the exact same time. So whatever time you're watching now, 8:30 p.m. Eastern time on the 28th, next Thursday.
So we need you all there in full force. We need everybody there. So thank you
Yeah.
for that. Okay. Everybody's favorite time, my favorite time. I think it's everyone's saying to do a poll.
Yeah, because I'm seeing a lot of TikTok.
Okay, you know
comments
what?
too.
Guys, the TikTok is not that interesting.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you right now.
Yeah, it's and listen, emails are just way better. I don't know.
My For You page is not full of relationship stuff. It's full of cooking.
Okay.
Okay.
Let's get into this.
Let's do the emails.
Okay. Hi,
Sorry,
Karlee,
y'all.
Josh, and Sick.
Hello.
Me and my boyfriend have been together for 8 months. We have always had this issue of him having resentment towards me because of how many people I've been with before him.
This is a good one.
We always argue about if he has double standards or if he has a valid point. Sometimes he will say, it's hard for him to be sexually attracted to me because I've slept with 7 people before him when he has more bodies than me. I always tell him that I can't change the past and it shouldn't matter. It makes me feel very insecure and disrespected. He has said before that it makes him feel insecure and that I compare him to all the people before him. What do you guys think? Do you think this issue could be solved?
I like this question.
Very good question. Very, very good question.
Yeah.
You want to start? Anybody?
I'll start.
Go ahead.
Ho, dude, fuck that guy. And the reason I
Whoa!
said no, hold on, let me explain. No, I can give full context. Like, if he has an insecurity about like the guys you've been with, that's not your fault, first of all. And the way I see it is like, I mean, I can only give what I would do in this situation. And with me, it's like if I'm talking to somebody or I'm dating somebody, anything that happened before the moment that you and I become official doesn't matter. If you want to talk about it, if you want to have that conversation, okay, we can. But it's not something I have the right to hold over your head. Like, I wasn't in your life. He wasn't in your life before this. So whatever you did doesn't mean that, you know, he has a right to kind of tell you, I don't like how you did that, or I don't like how you did this thing. That's not his place to say. And if he does do that, then, well, maybe walk away.
Yeah. Did you have something to say?
No, I'm waiting for you.
Oh, shit.
Well, I'm on your, obviously that's all spot on. I think that when you First of all, I think it's hilarious that he says he has more bodies than you, and he's insecure about how many people you've been with.
Yeah.
It's a very what's a hypocritical way of thinking. It's very weird to me, but anyway, I don't get that way of thinking. I don't know, but at the same time, he needs to accept you for you, and if he's not doing that, and you know, you're saying this is something, I don't know if she said this is going on for a while or whatever. She's been together for 8 months. She says, we have always had this issue of him having resentment. So it's an always thing. So if he doesn't accept you for that, which is insanity because, again, you said, oh, he has more than me, so I don't get it, which is a fact.
Also, 7 is like
7's
normal.
Fucking, like, relax, guys.
Speak for yourselves.
Well, no, 7.
7 is my goal number. One day I will
in this day and
7
age,
is normal.
In this day and age, like, you know, most people aren't, you know, getting married at 16 to 18 years old.
For sure.
And, you know, being with one person their whole life.
If you're 25 and you start having sex at 18, which I feel like is late, I feel like most people have it earlier. But, I mean, there's no right or wrong age, I'm not saying, but I feel like most people have it in, like, high school. So if you're 18 and you're 20, you went from 18 to 25, that's 7 people right there. That's once a year. That's not even that many.
Yeah.
Yeah, straight up.
That is not that much.
It's not. So, I hate to break this to you, but you are... This is what I like to call the...
Why are you switching it? I didn't even get to talk yet.
No. What I'm saying is...
You were switching the email.
No, I'm just looking. Don't worry. We're good. You go then. You go. I just wanted to call it little boy. A little boy mentality.
Do I think he has not the right, but is it valid that he might feel a little insecure? Maybe. Do I think that he maybe should have brought it up once and moved on with it? Yes. But the fact that you're saying it's like constant... is like, okay, well, buddy, you need to either be okay with it or be not okay with it. And the fact that he slept with more is what's giving me the weird vibe. It's almost like he's projecting. It's almost like maybe he's comparing you to everyone, so he's thinking you're doing the same thing. Because if he's not doing that, then if he himself has slept with other people and he thinks of you as like the best of the best, if he could take back all the other ones, he would, then why would he think you think differently?
In the last question, was, do you think this issue could be
Well,
solved?
let's Sick talk about what I just said.
Well, just going off what you said real quick, if it's been going on since the beginning, why did he agree to be in this relationship to begin with? Like, if
that's what I'm saying. He should be able to accept you for that, and he knew. Like, she's saying it's been going. They've only been together for 8 months. Which is not, you know, it's.
But 8 months is a long time.
It's a long time, but it's also like in the grand scheme of things, if you can't get over that within 8 months.
Yeah,
that's a problem.
Of course,
it's a big problem.
That's something you should be able to get over. Like, okay, if you have an initial conversation about that, it's like, I want to have this talk. Okay, cool. How many people you been with? X amount. Me, 7. Whatever.
Yeah.
And if that was an issue from the beginning, he can be all like, maybe I don't want to be in this relationship. Like, there's something he saw in you that you wanted to be in the relationship with you for. But at the same time, it's just the fact that this. I mean, it really is a little thing. It's not that it's a big thing at all. This little thing is lingering over this entire relationship. And 8 months, like you said, grand scheme of things, not a long time. Relatively, it's still a pretty decent amount of time to be with someone and have
to get over that.
And have this thing kind of linger in this relationship.
It's almost like, again, what you were saying. It's like a projection, or it's
not always, but
not always, but. It's something that's very, very strange to me. And if he doesn't fix that mentality, unfortunately, I don't see how... If this is something that's going to affect your relationship, which it seems like it is because you emailed in, 1, and 2, you're saying you have always had this issue. You know, I don't know what you can do to fix that. You know, and him thinking that you're constantly comparing him to other guys is a little strange too. Like, why would he be saying that? I feel like we need a little bit more context, but I also think that it's something he needs to grow up and mature a little bit because, especially for someone who's been with more people than you have, for him to be like, you know, I really don't like that you've been with 7 people, but I've been with 25. But I mean, I still don't like the fact that there was 6 others before me.
Yeah.
Still weird. He needs to grow up.
I also feel like maybe if he lost his virginity to you or was only with one person before you, especially if he lost his virginity to you, it would make sense. He'd be like, well... you know, I only sleep with you, you sleep with other people, like, what the fuck? But I don't know. It's just, it seems very...
But she can't change that.
No, she can't change it. But say if he got into the relationship and it didn't think it bothered him, and then they slept together, he lost his virginity to her, he might feel like, oh, we have this special connection on my side, but on your side, you don't have this connection because you've slept with other people.
No,
which I feel like would be valid.
No, I understand.
But before we move on, because I don't want to talk about this for too long, I do understand how it can kind of make you feel almost like he thinks less of you, or thinks, I can't explain it, but when a guy, you know, brings up your past or brings up things you've done, it almost makes it seem like he thinks of you as like less than.
Yeah.
Like, you know,
like, oh, like you're gross for that, almost, even without him saying it. Like, he's like, oh, you slept with all those people. Like, it makes you feel like he doesn't value you or thinks that you don't have respect for yourself,
right?
Which is disrespectful in itself, because you want your man to be like, oh, my woman is like, has standards, she's beautiful, like
they call them used almost.
Yeah.
Like that's bad way to say it, but
yeah, but that's kind of the way that it can make you feel, which I think is valid. And I think you like need to just tell him straight up, like, it's not fair for you to keep bringing this up. Like, I can't change the past. Maybe reassure him a little bit. Be like, I'm sure you have, but be like, if I could take them all back and know you were gonna come, I would, like, literally.
Wow, Karlee.
Then I would have waited for you. You know, like, I'm sure if I would have known, I'm sure most people in a committed relationship could have known that we were gonna, like, you and your person was gonna meet. I'm sure you guys all would have waited. But at that time, you think that person is right.
Absolutely.
Or it's a hookup, whatever.
But again, you got to look at it another way too, and then we'll move on. Sorry, I have one point. Unfortunately, whether anybody likes to admit it or not, your past is what kind of shapes you into the person you are today.
Yeah.
So without your past, you're not going to be the same person that you are today. And that is a fact. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. So if your boyfriend who loves you or is in love with you, is falling for you, whatever the case, he's loving the person that you are, but the person that you are comes with a past that makes you the person that you are.
Yeah.
So you can't change that. He can't change that. And if he wanted to change that, he might not end up with the same person.
Amen to that.
Yeah. So, you know what? It's, there's a lot of layers there. But honestly, I think it's just a conversation. You tell him how you really, really feel about it, how it's really bothering you. If it's affecting your relationship that much, you know, and he's not willing to change, I don't really have an answer to how to fix that. I really don't.
Then you make him number 8 and you walk off.
There you go. Okay, next one. Hey. So my boyfriend and I have been together for almost 2.5 years. I'm 21 and he's 24. Before we got together, I used to party a lot. I had a reputation for being a party girl, but I never really cared till I met my boyfriend. He has never drank or done any drugs or smoked. When we started hanging out more, he asked me not to as well. I agreed because why let stupid stuff like that affect a relationship that's going very well? We have had many people on both sides making up stories that the other is cheating. This has almost broken us up. But in the end, we choose to believe each other. I have had over 32 fake Snap accounts trying to talk to me saying I'm a horrible person and that they want my boyfriend and I to break up. 4 months later, after that happened, I found out who these people were. I found out because they were recruited. Oh, they recruited a random girl to try and talk to me and find out dirt on me to tell my boyfriend. This did not work, because they used their real accounts to message her on. I found out that it was 3 guys that I used to have history with. Even creepier, they had screenshots of posts on Instagram I had posted over 4 years ago.
Holy shit.
Those posts have been deleted for almost 2 years. For about 2 months now, these accounts have stopped trying to talk to me, but the girl still tries to. My boyfriend knows all this and he tries to help me, but lately it turns into fighting. He has gotten a little physical. This has made me super uncomfortable because when I ask him to stop, he doesn't seem to care until I'm leaving. We have been pretty good for the last 2 weeks, so I'm confident this won't keep happening, but it has made me feel uncomfortable and uneasy around him. He's a hardworking, amazing man that any girl would be lucky to find. I truly don't want to let him go. Do you have any advice about we can talk healthy about these people that won't leave us alone? Also, do you think I'm crazy for staying with a man that has been physical with me?
Ask Johnny Depp. No, I'm kidding.
Sick.
Sorry.
Go ahead. Let's start it off.
Floor's open to you.
I don't think you're crazy for wanting to stay with him. I don't. because as much as from the outsider you can say that when you're in a relationship and you've been with someone for a long time, which is obvious. There's obvious reasons why people in domestic abuse relationships stay. It's not just because they're dumb. It's because they're literally manipulated into it, or they have some hope, or they're in love with this person. It's not as easy as it seems. So I don't think you're crazy. But I think maybe that whatever is causing the most issues, which I know what sounds crazy, is not delete your social media, but maybe try to make everything as private as possible. Like put everything on private. I don't know if that would even help though, because people could still have the right to message you.
I want context, because why are these people so invested in your relationship?
That's what's weirding me out too. And it almost seems like maybe people are just trying to start drama, but maybe they're not. Maybe there is. I mean, I don't know. It just seems weird to me. Like,
I think those guys still want you. Why are they so obsessed?
But I just
3 guys she's had history with are doing it. Like, why are they so obsessed? Why are they so obsessed?
Like I don't understand.
I mean, I don't want this to sound bad, but she did say that she had the party girl reputation. So maybe because it's like when she was single, she was like the fun person to be around. Now that she's in a relationship, I don't know, maybe they want that vibe back.
Yeah, but men giving a shit about that.
Yeah, like why would they care so much about her being in a relationship and then start making rumors and like recruiting a girl to like?
There's no way.
She just had the fire box, dude.
No, there's no way. No.
I don't know.
No.
I don't want to say it. You made me say it.
No.
I don't know, sick. I don't know.
It's hard because I don't have much. I feel like this is the one email that I literally have no advice, because it's so complex and it's so confusing on why these people are doing this.
Okay, but at the end of the day, they're saying, do you have any advice about how we can talk healthy about these people that won't leave us alone? I don't know how you wouldn't be able to talk about this healthy. Like,
yeah.
Honestly, what else is there to discuss? I mean, lay off social media. Like, unless you're some sort of influencer that needs to have social media to get paid, like you really don't need it.
And how are these Snapchat accounts messaging you? Just don't add people back.
Yeah, or like, turn your Snapchat on private.
Most people's Snapchat is on private.
Turn off your message requests.
Mine is like, you can't just message me unless you're my
private
friend.
on everything, like.
And maybe have a conversation where you guys both agree not to listen to the messages unless there's proof, but literally have a mutual agreement and be like, okay, this is causing too much tension in our relationship. They're getting what they want, first of all, which you need to like express to them. Like if someone's trying to start drama in your relationship, then you need to verbally say like, hey, like they're doing that to cause friction in the relationship, and it's working because you guys are arguing over it. Yeah. And you're letting them win by doing that. So maybe both sit down, agree, like we're not going to listen to anything. You guys can show each other's each messages whenever you get it, but also like don't message back. Don't be mad about it, because the more you feed, eventually if you just keep ignoring them, they'll give up. And if they don't give up, make a new Snapchat account. Like,
and that's the thing is,
without your name,
and you know who it is, right? You, like you said, you figured it out. You guys used to have history with. I just don't understand why. I get like, you have social media, but like it's very easy to become, make your stuff private. Don't accept message requests. Like, don't even look at them. Don't even allow them to come through. Facebook, Snapchat, whatever, make everything private, because, again, unless you're some sort of influencer, it really doesn't fucking matter if your social media is private or not, because at the end of the day, who cares?
Can you loop me back in? Where does the physical shit start?
So
wait, one more thing.
Oh, go ahead.
Also, if they keep messaging you, if you want to respond and just say, hey, if you message me more, I'm going to go to the police.
Facts.
You can say that. If people keep on harassing you, you have the right to go to the police and press charges on them. Yeah. And that might stop them. And if you guys both do that, then they have no choice but to back off. Yeah. Literally.
So what was said was, my boyfriend knows all this and he tries to help me, but lately it turns into fighting and he has gotten a little physical. So kind of every time she brings it up, he gets like physical.
Gotcha.
I don't know. Oof. I don't here. Okay. Now we kind of need to dive into that part really quick. There is no fucking excuse to get physical.
Facts.
Agreed.
There's none.
Facts.
This is where I'm going to kind of rain on your parade here a little bit, because you're saying he's an amazing man.
No, he's not.
No, like he's not, because an amazing man wouldn't fucking be physical towards you. That's just it. Like, he's just not going to be. So, yeah, maybe he's a hardworking guy. Sure. And I know you're saying, oh, it's not doing that anymore, so we're moving in a good direction. That's what happens. You have a good 2 weeks, then a really shitty 3 weeks, and a really good month, and then a really shitty 2 months. You can't think about all the positives when it comes to something like this, because you're literally like physical when it starts becoming physical. That should not fly anywhere. Doesn't matter if it's you hitting him or him hitting you or whatever. I'm sorry, the amazing guy thing goes out the fucking window for me.
Facts.
I don't know. That's just my opinion. I don't think anybody should be physical with anybody, no matter what. So I think you lose me there. I don't know.
I don't want to discredit her in that regard because, like Karlee was saying, like the whole manipulation aspect of it too. So, I mean, again, obviously we don't know the backstory. We don't know these people in person. But when he does, attack her, hit her, whatever, like Josh, you just said, he could make it up for her in a really amazing week.
That's what I'm saying.
That's what, he probably makes it up to her, so it kind of drags her back to be like, oh no, he's actually such a really nice guy. You know what I'm saying? It's the part of the manipulation.
Which is why people stay.
And I understand you won't want to let him go. You guys have been together for 2.5 years. It's not easy, and especially if this is something new.
Especially if it's over lies or over other people.
Yeah.
But I don't care what it is that you're telling him. I don't care if you fucking said, hey, babe, I'm cheating on you. There's no need to get physical. I'm sorry. It doesn't matter what is said or what is done or whatever. There's no need to put his hands on you.
Yeah, 100%.
Okay? There's not. So you lose me there in that argument. I don't respect any man that would be willing to put his hands on a woman. I just don't. Or vice versa. I don't respect a woman that's willing to put her hands on a man. I just don't. I think it's both bad both ways.
I agree.
Like, you shouldn't be fucking doing that shit. And
it's a boxing match.
Yeah. It's giving couples in the ring. Yeah, that's what it is. No, it's bad. Don't do that. Don't.
I hate myself.
Yeah. Sick always comes in.
Someone said it.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
No, you know what? Honestly, my advice for you is I don't think the physical thing is something to just bat an eye at. I think it's something that's pretty serious. And, it might be great right now. Just be careful. Mind yourself. I'm not going to tell you what you should do in your relationship, but I'm going to tell you just be very careful because, you're on a high right now. When the low comes, email back in.
Joshua.
I'm telling you, there is going to be a low and it will happen because nobody goes from hitting someone to just not.
Facts.
There's not like, oh, we're in a fight. Then we're like, oh, okay, actually, we're actually good for the next 2 weeks, so I'm never going to hit you again. No, because the next time you're at a low like that, what's he going to do?
Yeah.
Wrap them wrists and put the gloves on, baby.
That's it. All right.
What's next?
Do you want to read one?
Nope.
Okay. I'm gonna offer, but I know it's
every episode, bro.
It's okay. Hey, Karlee, Josh, and Sick. So this story happened to my friend, and I'd like to hear your opinions. Okay. My friend and her boyfriend have been dating for about a year at this point. Oh, I'm sorry. Had been dating for about a year at this point.
Okay.
Her boyfriend was out with friends, and he was alone in his car with a girl. The girl was supposedly drunk and kissed him. That's all he said. Happened and confessed to my friend. She was really upset, but eventually forgave him, and they're still together today. Till this day, and this happened about a year ago, he refuses to tell her who the girl was and says it doesn't matter. She asked multiple times but ended up giving up because he's not budging. And he wanted to be able to move on from the situation. So here's my question to you guys. Would you want to know the person your partner cheated with? Does it even matter?
Ooh, that's a good question. And
what does it say about the person if they refuse to say who it was?
And you don't want to start, or can I start?
Go ahead. If you want. Or you want to start? Yeah, Karlee has something to say.
Oh, shit.
It does matter if that's what you want. You have the right to ask whatever question you want if he betrayed you like that. Also, why was she in the car to begin with? Third of all, if he's not telling you the name, it's probably because he doesn't want you to reach out to her and find out more things.
Ooh, that's a fire point. Didn't even think of that one.
That's a fire point.
I was thinking the reason he didn't want her to know her name was because she probably knows that person already. Someone close to her. But that's a fire point you make.
You know what? Yeah, I'm with Karlee on that. I really do think that he might be hiding a little something to not tell. And again, why the fuck was a girl in the car in the first place with him alone?
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Drunk as shit. Come on.
What are you doing? Like, you're, okay, already big red flag. And then on top of that, you're not going to tell who it is. Again, I think you fucking nailed that shit with he's hiding something. And if this girl reaches out, that's going to be a dilemma there.
Yeah, he definitely kissed both of her lips.
Okay. Well, that could have happened. We don't know. We actually don't know.
Also, I think that I feel like because you were betrayed by him or whatever, I feel like you have the right to ask questions and have them answered. They might not be answered to the way that you want them, or you might not receive the answers that you think that you should get.
You might not be happy with them.
You might not be happy with the answers, and like he might have answers that you feel like are wrong or whatever, but he should be answering your questions.
Absolutely.
And the least he could do to, like, you know, not make it up to you, because there really is no making up for that, but like he should be, and if he's really truly sorry and he really wants to make a difference, he would tell you the full-blown truth. He would say the name. He would do whatever it takes in order to gain your trust back. But I think the reason why he's not is like I said, because he doesn't want you to find out, because there's probably more to the story than just him being drunk and a girl being in his car. Like,
yeah, I agree. So let's recap. Would you want to know who the person your partner cheated with? Does it even matter?
Yes.
Absolutely it does. I think we're all unanimous with that one. And what does it say about the person if they refuse to say who it was?
Scumbag.
I think that... okay, hold on. Actually, we got a comment here that I just stumbled upon. I don't know. People are allowed to have private information even in this type of situation. No one is owed this type of information. If you want to know and they don't want to say, that's the same as any unmet need. Okay, well, here's the thing. I'm going to disagree with you, but I am also going to agree with you at the same time. I think that if the person is not happy that they're not getting the answer that they want and it's just driving them nuts, there is an option to leave.
Facts.
Agreed.
You're not stuck with that person.
Agreed.
Absolutely.
So I'm going to agree with this person, but then I'm also going to disagree, because it's very hard to accept that, you know, you got cheated on or whatever, and if you want to make it work with that person, it is very difficult. So I think if the person who cheated in this point wants to make it, you know, wants to make the relationship work, and this person is asking for that information, I think it is, you know, something that you need to talk about. But again, on the flip side, you don't need to stay. So we're gonna agree, but we're also gonna disagree with your point. So yeah, that's a good point, actually.
Yeah,
very true. All right.
We got time for one more.
You want to do one more?
Do we have one
Sure.
more or no?
What do you think? Okay.
Yeah.
Yep. Hey, Karlee, Josh, also sick.
Hey, hello.
I'm reading them verbatim, by the way, so they're saying this. Exactly.
Okay, you better not be fucking gassing me, Joshua.
No.
Okay.
I'm going through a lot right now. I'm a stay-at-home mom and never had a job before. I've been married for 5 years now. I'm an American citizen. I decided to give my husband his papers to help him stay here. Oh my God, it's 90 Day Fiancé stuff. Let's go.
Oh shit, let's go.
I thought I had the perfect life. He was sweet, amazing, and always spoiled me. One night, I noticed every time I came near him, he would slightly turn his phone or leave. So I knew I had to check his phone. We always had a rule where no one could lock their phone from the other. When he fell asleep, I took his phone and went through everything and couldn't find anything. Then out of nowhere, I pressed the archived in WhatsApp. Pressed on a guy's name. Well, turns out it was a girl. And he lied to me this whole time. He was writing to her. Only 2 years left and I'm out. And I just need these papers and I'm done with her for good and it's all about you, baby.
No. Oh.
And guess who it was?
Fucking get those gloves ready.
It was his coworker, who he told me not to worry about since we've been married. She was like a sister and whatever. My heart shattered, and at that moment, I was ready to leave. No wonder he was perfect. It was all an act. But then I thought, how could I leave if I don't even have $1 and never worked before? So I came up with a plan, which is, I don't tell him about what I found. I start saving up money on the side and plan my escape, knowing I have everything saved. Whatever he does or plans, I'll always be one step ahead. Honestly, need help or advice on what to do from now. Love you guys.
Fucking Mission Impossible over here, dude.
First of all, you're a badass bitch for keeping that shit inside.
Facts.
It would take everything in me not to just wake him the fuck up and be like, what the fuck is this?
Yep.
You are smart.
That's crazy.
Yo, that's wild,
That's
bro.
a good story.
That's a
Shit.
great story. Good
Thank
pick.
God we read an extra email.
I'm so sorry about what's going on with you, but damn, that's a good fucking
Yeah,
story.
you fucking told that well.
That's some 90 Day Fiancé shit, like verbatim, bro. Like,
Where's the dude from?
I don't know. It didn't say.
Oh, so the fuck is 90 Day Fiancé, bro? He's from the same goddamn country.
I think
That's crazy.
that she should save up the money and then not get, because she doesn't have to give him papers, right? She said
Yeah.
she's still waiting on it to give him the
Well-
papers. Because he just said, I just need these papers and I'm done with her for good.
I decided to give my husband his papers to help him stay here.
But he said...
And then he said only 2 years left and I'm out. So I think, remember when we were watching 90 Day and it was like,
after
you
2
can get
years,
married, you get your papers.
Citizen?
Yes. And then after a certain amount of time, you get
Okay,
actual citizenship.
so save up your money and then divorce him and make him go back to his country.
1,000%.
Oh,
yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
And do it like suddenly as fuck. Like just be like, here you go.
Like,
Get out.
Like you need to have your place ready to leave.
Yeah.
And then the day you're going to go, you say, here you go. Get the fuck out.
And have movers.
Yeah.
If you can afford movers, have movers, because I don't think he'll act irrationally if there's movers in the house.
True.
Or have someone there to like be a witness, because I think he will go crazy.
Oh yeah, 100%.
I don't know. I don't think he's gonna put his hands on you. I don't know that, but I do think he will be crazy or restrict you not to leave or like something like that. So have either someone there in the parking lot, your mother, your sister, your brother, whoever in the parking lot. Or if you can't have movers are expensive though, so just have like a friend. And just have them in the house or outside of the house and do it.
Have them
that
in
way.
because realistically, it's going south regardless.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Listen.
outside of the house is like easier, I feel like, to get away with.
Yeah,
Yo.
that guy's a fucking piece of shit. Honestly, he's at 2 years and I'm out. Then it's all about you, baby.
And then what? 2 years after that, it's all about another baby?
Yeah, and as a woman though, like being a woman like that, knowing that he's doing that to another woman, that would turn me off to the point I would not talk to him. I'd be like,
Oh, facts.
I feel like the older you get, the more on the woman's side you are. Like, if someone's gonna treat another woman like shit, it's gonna make you disgusted.
Facts.
And as a woman, looking out for another woman, I don't understand that. I don't understand that.
That's why when it comes to like cheating stories and stuff like that too, like a part of me doesn't feel any sort of like sympathy for the person that's not in the relationship, because you're fully aware as to what's going on, unless obviously they're oblivious and they think the guy's single, the girl's single. But if you know what's going on and you still partake, you're just as much of a piece of shit as a cheater.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You should get the facts about Johnny Depp's trial, then talk about it. You all sounded lost. That's not true.
I think we had majority of it correct.
Yeah, we actually stated that multiple times.
Yeah, you fucking loser.
And also like every article said something completely different.
Yeah,
so
thanks for your comment. Not a great one, but thank you.
Got us paid.
Thank you for being here. Thank you for the view. Appreciate that. Anyway, so all in all, I think your plan's pretty good. I think you do it in a sneaky type of way. I think that's very smart of you.
Yeah.
Again, fucking mad props to you for not breaking and not actually like just going off on him, because I think that would be anybody's first reaction when you see something like that. Like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah.
That would be my shit. So
dude, I want to follow up to that one.
I couldn't keep it in.
2 years.
Yeah, if you are watching today or you're watching in the future, if you don't catch it live, please, if you have an extension of that story, absolutely email in. We'd love to hear from you. And yeah, thank you so much. Thank you so much for sharing that.
oh my God. Anyways.
I know. That's the reason I approved it, for that reason. I just wanted to be out there.
That's
okay.
amazing for him to say that.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah,
That's
that's
amazing
awesome.
for him.
Who
Kimberly,
cares?
welcome to
Let's not
Coaches.
give it attention. Let's not give it attention. Fuck
Thank
it.
you so much. Thank you.
Shall we wrap this up? We are approaching an hour 10.
Yes.
We're gonna wrap up.
And do you want to give do you have something else?
No, we're done. We're good.
Okay.
Reminder.
Yes.
The podcast for next week is on the Thursday, which is April 28th at 8:30 p.m. We're going on a cruise, so we will not be able to do it on Friday. So we're going to make it up on Thursday. And then the next week following that, we will be missing an episode because we will be in the middle of an ocean and Sick can't come with us, unfortunately.
No.
Even if I could, we can't stream from the middle of an ocean.
We can't. But I do love you guys so much, and I appreciate you. Do you have anything to say first before we...
I do.
Okay.
We got a few coaches throughout the show that we didn't give a shout out to. I know Carrie was one of them, and a few of them are scrolled up that we can't fucking go back. But thank you guys so much that did, become members today. Sarah, thank you for becoming a coach. That's one. And then we have one right down here near the ending. Kimberly, thank you so much for becoming a coach.
Thank you so much.
And
Kimberly, I think I'm always messaging you on Twitter.
all the support you guys have given today has been absolutely insane.
Absolutely.
It shows us that you guys want the podcast around just as much as we do.
We actually love it. Like,
And the
the more I'm doing it, the less nervous I'm getting.
Yeah, we love to be here. It's almost second nature now, and we're gonna make sure we're gonna miss you guys. Actually, the week we're gone.
Can you put up the email sec?
Yeah. So.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Again, if you do want to email in to us and share your stories, couplesonthering@gmail.com. It's down on your screen right now.
Couplesonthering@gmail.com. Once again, that is couplesonthering@gmail.com.
You fucked it up the second time.
Couplesonthering@gmail.com.
Oh, my bad. I fucked up.
Sick. Anyway.
Shit, maybe that guy was right, dude.
What did I do?
Maybe that guy, what he called me, was right.
So, listen, guys, we
do not approve that message.
No, you
so
don't,
that was,
no.
That was actually, no, don't say that.
That was bad?
Yeah,
Oh,
don't say
fuck.
that.
I'm sorry.
So, again, if you want, down below, make sure that you are emailing in your stories. We want to hear what you guys are going through. We want to hear what you guys have to say. Again, if it's too long to make it, and to give us some context, I'll summarize it. So it's no big deal. Also, yeah, so again, Thursday, the 28th will be the next episode. Don't miss it. It will be on a Thursday, not a Friday. Make sure 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, same thing. Also, the following week, we will be missing, correct?
Yes.
We won't be here.
Babe, I just said that. Like, why are you repeating it?
Oh,
Bro,
the
she's
following
right
week?
next to you. You can't hear her.
The following week, you said?
Yes.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I just said we're going to be in the middle of the ocean.
Oh, you did say that. But I was also reading
Because
something.
already fucking there.
No. Yeah, I'm somewhere else right now. That's very true.
Guys, we would love to do one more email, but unfortunately, these might heat up. Maybe if we get some more money, we could buy a better camera and it won't overheat. Do you remember that one time it overheated and we had to switch that camera? It will happen again.
Yeah.
So we're going to have to
And
get
Casey with the last minute donation of $10. Thank you so much, Casey.
Yes, thank you. Sick. Do you want to like report?
Report?
I was reading.
You're good. Just follow me on Instagram, please, at Siksalim, SIKSALEEM. And yeah, we'll see you guys next week.
Yes, guys. Okay, everybody, have a fantastic rest of your night. I hope you guys enjoy your Friday and your weekend, and we will see you guys next time. Bye, everybody.
Bye.